So I finally finished half my sketchbook, and I thought I would do exactly what I've done with my past sketchbook tours, where I finished half of it, filmed it, and then finished the rest of the sketchbook, and then filmed it. So that's what I'm going to do. The brand of this sketchbook is the, I don't remember the exact brand name, but it's the blue one with the gigantic XL on it. I wanted to work on a bigger canvas, so it's the medium size. Then the cover is just a bunch of Japanese candy wrappers. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty, I guess. Except for the top two, that's Korean. But other than that, yeah. So diving in, I just have my goals in the corner, and then the gum wrapper heart thing. I don't know. And then I put this as volume 4 because, I mean, I've had more sketchbooks than like this. Four completed. Well, will be 4 completed ones, but I mean, I don't really count them because I like drew on 2 pages and that was about it. So I'm not gonna count them. And then I started this when I was a senior in high school. So the first page is just Miraculous Ladybug and then a bunch of character development. If you haven't noticed with my past sketchbook tours, I mean, like, that's most of my sketchbook. And then when I was younger, because I took French for 4 years, my first year I made this weird like alien mascot thing, and then like randomly I was like, oh, I remember that, and then I drew the evolution of it. I don't know why though. And then this is from a comic. It's hilarious. It was so memorable that I had to draw the picture so that every time I opened the sketchbook I would see it. And then I went on a hike to go draw some scenery. I mean, the picture turned out awful, but the hike was nice, so that's pretty cool. And then I took RP animation, and I was going to post the actual animation that I have, but it didn't really transfer over for some reason, and now I don't really have access to it anymore. So all I have is the character development. So this is what that is. And then the next page is like the full storyboard. And then other than that, yeah. And then this is where I begin to start drawing BTS again. And of course, there's going to be more character development. And then this was a layout for a gigantic pinwheel that I did. It was part of a fantasy and sci-fi assignment. But the original assignment was we're going to act something out, but me and my friend were like, no. So instead, because we're artists, we're like, we're gonna do something a little bit more artistic. So that's what we did. And then it's just some French people in my class, and then PT Plus, and then of course more BTS. And more BTS. And then this is where I got into this idea of what the miraculous holders would be in feudal Japan. So I started kind of developing the characters in it. So that's what this is, and that's what it's gonna be for like the next couple pages. So this is what Chat Noir would be, and then this is when I kept with the original designs in the Miraculous Ladybug, the Miraculous book, which I later changed. And then this is what my version of what Hawkmoth would be, or Papillon. I mean, I know that there's going to be more villains, different ones, besides Hawkmoth, because technically he is a miraculous holder, but I didn't want to, like, I don't know, make something up that's not going to be true to the story, so I just made another Hawkmoth. And then this is just hashing out more ideas. And then this is where I, like, thought I was finishing the character development. I thought I had everything, and then, like, I realized, okay, this is how, okay, I was such an uncultured swine. So I thought the Miraculous book was Japanese. I know it's Chinese. I know I'm so bad, but I thought it was Japanese, maybe because, like, okay, the monsters in it are like the monsters in it, they're called a kumo, which is a Japanese word for monster. And so I was just like, yeah, so that means like the Miraculous book must be Japanese. No. So yeah, I started to change that. As you can see on this page, this is where I started redesigning it in a more Japanese style. And then this is just when I finished Strong Woman Kim Bong-soon, which I probably just butchered the name, but you know, whatever. If you haven't watched it, top notch, top notch. And then just Jungkook, and then my French homework in the corner. And then this is just a Japanese lady. And then this is when Easter was around, and then of course I had to draw a corgi because corgis are adorable. And then this is just me trying to be artistic and then failing. And then, yeah, just a bunch of girls because that's basically all I draw. This is more character development on the Miraculous holder in Japan. And then this is just more artistic stuff. The top stuff for another fantasy and sci-fi assignment, we had to make our own world and then kind of explain it in an essay. But I wanted to do a little bit more than just writing it down because I'm not good at expressing myself through words. So I wanted to put a bunch of diagrams in there to kind of explain it further, which he was totally chill with, but I only put one in because I kind of got lazy and procrastinated. So, yes. So this is character development for a story that I was going to work on, but then I got lazy again, and then, yeah, I stopped. And then this is more corgis, of course, and then me trying to go back to how I originally used to draw in more in an anime form. And then this is me trying to be more artistic again. Oops. Then that's just notes in the corner. And then I was on a plan, so I was like, I should draw my surroundings, you know? Oh, and sorry for the shakiness. This is on my phone. Because I'm not rich and I don't have that, you know, nice cameras and stuff. Yeah, so just more character development. And then I went to a super fancy hotel. Oh my gosh, like everything was marble. I mean, I walked in and there was a harpist playing, so I had to draw like the room a little bit. And then this is just me trying to like characterize what Mia says. And then this is when I kind of got into character developing another story. This is how I go. So these are just a bunch of characters, which I haven't really fully named, nor have I developed the story very well, because I kind of stopped, but this is just a bunch of the characters. They're kind of based off of the zodiac, zodiac signs, the astronomy ones. So yeah, this is just a bunch of character development there. More character development, and then this is just a bunch of gum hearts. Which I was originally gonna like animate something, but then again I got lazy and was like, no. So yeah. And then me trying to be artistic, and I drew a mermaid because, yeah. And then I was trying a different style out, so that's what this is. But I didn't really like it too much. And then more character development on the one thing. And this is like all the characters into one scene. Which to some of them I really want to keep developing, and I still need to add more characters too. But that's when like I kind of stopped. And then I finally rewatched Avatar because I was like, I feel like I should. Oh my gosh, I forgot how good that show is. Like, I miss quality good shows like that. Ugh, they're so good. I tried to get into Legend of Korra. What am I thinking? And like I got into the second season, but I don't know. I never really got into it like some people did. I guess I'm too faithful to like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It definitely, like, Legend of Korra does have a really cool story. I just never really got into it. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but you know, whatever. And then this is when I started trying to work more on like backgrounds and scenery, and more character development. And then of course this is more background and scenery. This was with watercolor pencils because I'm not really good with the normal medium. And then more character stuff. And then this was character development for another story. And then more artistic stuff, me using watercolor pencil. And then another fantasy and sci-fi project. I really loved that class. We had to make a utopia. And me being artistic and stuff was like, I want to make a 3D model of it. So that's exactly what I did. So this was just laying out what it was going to look like. And then this is me trying to be artistic and at the top, because I saw a bunch of things kind of like this on Tumblr, so I was like, I want to do something like that too. I don't know. And then a bunch of hands with my brush pen. And then this was kind of laying out what I was going to make the utopia out of. And then the rest is just I don't know, me. And then, if you haven't, okay, so every June or July, I can't remember, there's always, like, these dancing skeletons that come out on Tumblr, so I had to draw them. And then more character development on this one character that, I don't know, just randomly did. And then I went to senior ball, and I didn't bring my sketchbook, which I was so sad about, especially because I don't even dance. So me and my friend were just kind of talking the whole time. But I drew kind of like some significant looks that I remember distinctly. And then this is when 4 o'clock by our Rat Monster and V came out, so I had to draw something based off of that. And then this was my last day of high school. So like the graduation ceremony was the next day, but like this was my last class officially. So this was just my emotions of it. And then just some people eating ramen. And then this is when I actually graduated. So I kind of treat my sketchbook a little bit like a journal, so that's why it's kind of like this. And then this is just, I don't know, something. Some succulents, because yeah, and then I got new brush pens. And then this is when I made, like the art style challenge thing, except with myself. So I have my style, then Ghibli, Sailor Moon, Gravity Falls, Adventure Time, Tim Burton, Disney, Steven Universe, and then Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then Teen Titans. And I had to do, like, so the Avatar: The Last Airbender has, like, the best facial expressions ever. So I had to do something slightly different than me just, like, smiling and stuff. And then this is just because I was flipping through one of my old sketchbooks, like the first one that I officially completed. Oh my gosh. And just, like, memories flooded. So I had to redraw some of the stuff to kind of see what my progress was. And then this is when I went to CoreyCon 2017. Oh my gosh. My life is complete. Like, oh my gosh. It was beautiful. There was, like, 900 corgis there. It was great. And then this is another redraw of something that I drew last year. And then there was a corgi there that had, like, a mermaid tail on. It was so cute. So I drew more corgi. This is just a bunch because I was talking to an art professor. I was asking her opinion on some stuff. This is just a sticker I stole from Kohl's. And then this is when we had a blackout. And, like, literally my phone was at, like, 10% when the blackout occurred. So I was, like, dying. And then this is, so for the past, I think, like, 3 years, I've drawn this one character. And I redraw her. So instead of doing it in the other sketchbook, I drew it in here. And then I went to the beach, and if you haven't noticed, when I go to the beach, I don't actually do beach activities. I sit there and I draw people. So that's what I did here. And then I think it's just a couple pages left. So this is just character development. I'm officially, like, really getting into this, and I really want to make a comic out of it. But, I mean, my art skills aren't the best, so I'm still working on that. And then I didn't like what was behind this, so I just covered it. So yeah, just a bunch of character development. And this is the last page before I have to finish the rest of it. But I finally started watching My Hero Academy, or Academia, or whatever, however you pronounce it. And oh my gosh, I've missed good anime. Like, oh, it is so good. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's beautiful. Like, you have to watch it. I did a digital piece of this, and I put it on Tumblr. If you don't follow me on Tumblr, my name is just Rei-sketch, like my YouTube channel. So look me up on there, and you'll definitely know it's me because you'll see this. And then out of that, that's about it until I finish the rest of the sketchbook. I'll see you then.